Good afternoon, welcome to the Pundits on Flip TV. I am Christian Chikura. With me is Honorable
Comrade Idowu Israel.
Comrade Idowu Israel.
We will fight on this honorable of until I'm elected into the house. Let me be elected. You know, I don't want us to be living in a Nigeria where everything is on falsehood. Everybody is living fake life. So don't call me an honorable. I'm not one.
Okay, I'll be looking at some reports that are popular on the internet and also issues that we need to discuss. There is an issue of the constitution that has given sway to hijab wearing in Lagos schools and public places. We got wind of a lawyer, Mr. Malcolm, who I would say he exercised his right going to the court, Supreme Court, with traditional attire. We're also going to be looking at other issues. Now, Wike is now the bride to various political parties. The Labour Party, the APC, and also some members of the PDP has gone to visit Wike. Ekweremadu still in the UK, and July 7th will be the day he will appear before the court. We are looking at the judicial system of the country vis-a-vis that of the United Kingdom, and what are the issues that we can draw out from there. Okay, once again, you're welcome to the program Pundits on Flip TV. Let me start with Ekweremadu story. He's a lawyer and he is an experienced politician, and we should know that as a politician he shouldn't have gotten into this mess. What's your take?
You call it a mess. I will agree with you that it's a mess.
Okay.
It's a mess because it's unfortunate that in this country you have millions of people that are educated illiterate. You understand?
That's not applied to.
It's applicable to him. I'm going there. That's where I'm going. It's an embodiment of that, and that's what we are. And it's going to shock a whole lot of us. You understand? We always claim to know things we don't even have an iota of knowledge about. I can recollect that Obafemi Awolowo once said that there are some people who knows not and knows not that they knows not, meaning they don't know, but they don't even know that they don't know. How do you help them? It's unfortunate. Our heart and spirit and prayers are with Chioma. Sonia, with Sonia, Ekweremadu's daughter. Nobody is happy that you have a daughter that will need a transplant, that will experience such kind of ailment. So, but that is by the way. Yesterday when you broke the news here, I said we should go through the nitty-gritty of the story, you understand, okay, and understand the veracity of what actually transpired in UK, and even confirm whether it's him or not, of which we've confirmed. And before you know, around evening, around 5-6 p.m., there is a letter surfaced online, okay, purportedly written by Ekweremadu on his letter-headed paper dated December 21, 2021, that approximately 6 months ago, applying for a visa, you understand, from where he informed the British Embassy of planning to sponsor an organ transplant, you understand. And I think that was where the countries practicing this our pseudo democracies, you understand. So they have strict laws guiding some other things that affect most especially humanity. Now let me take you back the history lane. Around 1980s, in the late 80s, Turkish businessmen, you understand, started flourishing in the business of organ harvesting in UK particularly, you understand, where they bring you
from it.
That is where money making. They commercialized it. They are making money from it. While the Ekweremadu case is unfortunate because it affected, you understand, his daughter directly, and no parent, you understand. There is nowhere in the world where you will not say a parent should not go to any mile or any extent in order to save a child. Now, of 1989, and it came into existence in 1990. Now, this law has two main components which we should understand here. It is not wrong for Ekweremadu to want to, you understand, save his daughter. And it is not wrong for Ekweremadu to approach a donor, you understand, but it is wrong under British law. Let's explain. The two major components of this organ transplant act is one, it creates circumstantial criminal offences to prohibit commercial dealings in human organs, whether from cadavers, that is dead human remains, or from living beings. So the first thing is that it prohibits human transplant of any form. They don't want to hear it, you understand. Once any part of your body is not functioned by the Turkish agent that made them to go to that extent. And two, it makes it an offense for an individual in the UK to make or receive payment for the supply of or an offer to supply an organ from transplant into another person, whether in the UK or elsewhere. Meaning, in the UK, it is offensive for you to even approach it goes against, it kicks against any kind of inducement, you understand, any kind of financial transaction, any kind of payment, that between the recipient and the donor, you understand. So meaning, even if you have to do it at all, you understand, the caveat is that there must be no financial transaction, no form of inducement, no form of coercion, no form of, you understand, complicity. The donor must, you understand, complicitly agree. There must be an agreement between them. And it even goes further, that it focuses on live organs donation and generally makes it an offense either to remove an organ from a living donor into another person, unless the recipient and donor are genetically related. Meaning, for you to even do it, if you must do it at all, they must be genetically related, meaning they must be siblings, cousins, nephews, you understand, of the same blood, and it must be ascertained. So that means it frowns entirely at it. Now back to the letter that was flying around. The letter was supposed to exonerate Ekweremadu into a complicity of what he knows nothing of, you understand. But the letter itself is the red flag that implicated him more, because the moment the British authorities realize, you see them, you don't see some parts of their body.
It's even common with the Western world.
We are notorious for it. We are one of the countries that it's a beacon that the world focuses on, and the cases are more rampant here than elsewhere. That's not where I'm going. Where I'm going is the letter itself gave them the opportunity to, okay, we agreed. The British embassy granted the visa, you understand, and started monitoring the transaction, because they don't want a situation whereby the man will take the thing elsewhere for them not to be able to do justice, you understand. And when they got there, now there's another issue as regards whether a minor, whether the person in question should be a minor or not. In the whole of United Kingdom, except for Scotland that gives it for 16, from 18 if you consent, you understand. But the consent now, it has a caveat. The caveat is if there is any form of inducement, coercion, you understand, or form of compensation for rendering such, it will not be approved. And in the case of Ekweremadu, it has not been ascertained whether there is no coercion, because now the coercion, the problem he has is that he even consented that he will sponsor the process of the transplant, has meant that he has contravened that British law that it is unaware of, that states that for it to happen at all, there must be no financial transaction, there must be no inducement, there must be no coercion, and all these are what he is complicit of. And he walked into the net with his wife, and that is why we are saying, for you to do things, there are so many things that we know nothing about, and for you to venture into anything, you must critically scrutinize, dig deep and deeper into the laws that forbids it. So Ekweremadu to me is not a ritualist. Ekweremadu has not done anything wrong for wanting to save his daughter, and Ekweremadu might not, you understand, have forcefully taken the boy away from the family, given his status in the community. Now from July 7, the only thing that stands to save Ekweremadu is if there can be clear-cut evidence and proof from the family and from elsewhere that there is no inducement, there is no coercion, and there is no attempt to compensate the family of the boy that is supposed to be a donor. As regards whether the donor's skip did not match because the boy said his actual age, no, I don't think that is right.
Let's
because
look at the fact that he's a minor.
What we are even saying is events have overridden whether he's a minor or not. Even if he's not a minor, if he's aged, if he's an adult, if he's 60, 18, 90 years, UK law, that no, UK organ transplant law, you understand, forbid. It has not changed. It came into effect in 1990. It was promulgated in 1989, and it has been effective since. And that's why I said, for us to do things, for us to venture into anything, whether a new business or do something that you are unaware of, you must dig deep. So in this case, Ekweremadu is not wrong for doing what he is doing, but he is innocent of the laws in the UK, and he has entrapped himself.
On the 20th of May 2020, the law around organ donation in England was changed to allow more people to save more lives.
Yes, and that is why they said that if it has to happen at all, they must be genetically related. That is the caveat. That is what that is the increment to save more life. That means it has to be your nephew, your cousin, your brother, your direct sibling, or by the same biological parent.
What if the organ donor is not compatible? The organ is not compatible.
The whole attempt by UK is not even about compatibility. It's just to discourage, you understand, the attempt, you understand, to transplant. Organ transplanting to them is bad. You see when Ekweremadu was trying to explain to us, you understand, why Nigeria has to start exporting cannabis, you understand, everybody was like, this man is smart, you understand, but the government cannot allow it because the gain the government is making on tobacco, you understand, is so enormous that they cannot allow something that will compete in the same market with it. So what I'm trying to say in essence is digressionally, organ transplant to them is inhuman in any form, but if it must happen at all, they have to be genetically related, and in this case, this boy in question is not genetically related to. So if you are using Nigerian mentality, if you are using Nigerian mentality to rationalize British laws, then we are just ranting here on social media because
this is a law
we cannot change
in Britain.
Yeah,
one of the qualifications, you must be over 18. And again, you must have your consent is needed.
The boy is said to be 21, but we were later told that the boy is a minor. My problem there, you understand, what I've been unable to unravel since yesterday is I've not been able to lay eyes on the passport of the boy, because the boy would definitely have to put his age, you understand, in the passport, because there was a visa application, and I believe questions were asked.
It was not really indicated that he was going for a organ transplant in that application, in that letter. The letter written by Ekweremadu indicated everything. So that he was going for organ transplant.
And that he's going to sponsor the whole process. So don't say it was not indicated. So meaning the boy will have been properly scrutinized before being granted visa, but that the British, knowing quite well that the guy is oblivious, is unaware of their laws, they allow him to fall into the trap. And as big and mighty as he is, even if we are using Nigerian mindset, Nigerian mentality of bending laws, Nigerian mentality of trying to, anything that happens in Nigeria, you always have to find a way around it, to justify it, to substantiate it, to rationalize it. You understand? You don't rationalize British law because they are strict and adherent about their laws. So let's just pray that if by July 7 and thereafter there is a clear-cut evidence that Ekweremadu is not, will not, has not, or do not intend to compensate, induce, or coerce the family of the boy into the activity, that is the only thing that can get him out of this debacle currently.
Okay, Peter Obi has thrown his weight behind the former Deputy Senate President, and also Dino Melaye has thrown their weight. There's a reason why people want to support Ekweremadu, because some of these people, when you take a person to the UK, they might turn against you because of when they seem as if they are being persecuted, the UK government will take them and support them. Probably this is what is playing in the Ekweremadu.
I have had issues, I've had cases, I've had opportunities, and I've been I've had chances, you understand, to know and participate directly in people that need kidney transplant. Most recently was one of our a former president of NANS, Capon, Mohammed Dauda, you understand. And when we were to do it, though immediately he got to India, he died and he was flown back, you understand. Though I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is that here in Nigeria, majority of people, even ordinary Ahmed is a radio presenter that is humanitarian in outlook, has sent people, not one, not two, not three, outside for kidney transplant, you understand. But majority of them always go to India and other countries. You rarely hear people going to UK for kidney transplant, and that is why I'm telling you that the UK law, who is so? Are you saying it is the British that are persecuting?
The young man in Vogue, the young man we're talking about, might have turned against, because we are hearing two different. We have 15, he's 15 or 21.
Yes,
he was one that reported himself too.
That was what we heard, that we have not confirmed. The only thing that can be confirmed, that is substantiated, you know, we like hearsays too much in this country. The only thing that is substantiated is what the prosecutor said in court yesterday, that made them to remand him till July 7, which is quoting the laws, you understand, stating the fact that I've just explained to you. He did not say whether the boy ran to them, consented, or told them there is a minor. Nothing like that was said in the court, and that is why I'm telling you that even if it is right, even if the law is not strict, even if the law is relaxed in other places where kidney transplants are done, most especially India, I think majority of kidney transplant from this country is in India, and it's majority, like 90% of them, is always successful, you understand. Though you may have the fatalities like that of the Capon that I told you about, that's my friend, you understand. But what I'm saying is, for him not to be aware of the strict rules of the British is what led him into this shit.
Let's leave that and let's go to another story. A lawyer appearing at the Supreme Court with his strange, they call it strange attire. Strange.
It is not strange attire.
The Nation, they call it strange.
It is okay. The Nation call it reported it as in strange attire at Supreme Court. Yes, that is a caption for the Nation, and you know everybody has their own home style of writing, our style of writing. You understand? So calling it a strange attire is not out of the ordinary. But what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday is culmination of madness in the country. Everybody is trying to be mad in this country because our structures, you understand, are not getting it right. Why did the man do that? What he did, if you call it madness, did he have a right to do that or not? Yes, he has a right to do it. And what is his right? The court has made it legal, lawful for Muslims to wear hijab, you understand, to school, to depict their religion, you understand. Meaning the law, the court has granted religion bodies rights, you understand, because if you can grant it to Muslims to wear their hijab to school, considering that they wear uniform, and the law states that the hijab, the essence is that the hijab must not override the uniform, meaning you have given other religion organizations right to do the same. Christians and traditionalists otherwise, you understand. And this man, this barrister in question, this man that I'm proud of, you understand, is a traditionalist, and he dressed, you understand, as a traditionalist, wearing his legal wig, his legal cassock, but dressed traditionally in other ways that will show him as a, and he did not find a better place to do it. He went for a Supreme Court case, and when the justices
probably Supreme Court gave the judgment.
Yes, and when the justices saw it, they were stunned, and they instantly went on recess. But what has he been able to say? He has been able to establish that in this country no man is an island of madness, and we have gone to a situation in the country where everybody is exhibiting his right in whichever extreme way he can go about it, because you cannot equally tell me if I'm a Celestial now and the other children can wear.
Don't take your children.
I am a Celestial, so tomorrow I will dress my children with a Celestial cap. What is the difference between? They are not going to wear the gown, they will wear the cap, they will wear the school uniform, they will wear the cap. Then traditionalists too will start putting on their beads, you understand, their akun. If government says their head, you know, we are always saying it, there is this magazine, this Lagos magazine that is always saying that your head wey no correct, last e go correct, and that is what is happening here. Because if government, you understand, has gone beyond seeing rationality, reality, I think they are just giving room for madness. They have just allowed everybody, every parent to, in fact, this is another crisis brewing, unless that act
I can relate to Kwara State,
like in Kwara State, you understand, because they made it, they want it to look like Kwara State is a Muslim state, and you have more Muslims students in the school, hence you should allow Muslim students to wear hijab. Where does that happen? How do you justify, how do you substantiate that somebody is a Muslim or a Christian when they are all dressed alike? And that's why I became worried yesterday when you told me of a case in Cuba where some Muslims are preventing Christians from this voters registration exercise, because I begin to wonder, how did they identify that these are Christians? You understand? So for government to have done this, I think what government did is just a disfact. Schools are expected to wear uniform. Apart from, so I expected the government to have stick strictly to uniform, wear uniform to school, come with your uniform that identifies everybody. But
restrict that from the schools.
We should restrict it from the schools. Schools are supposed to wear uniform. It is. That is the uniform identifies you as a student of that school. I remember in our days now when I was born in an urban. I was born in a city. I'm always proud to say it. So at times I was born in Ibadan, in the heart of Ibadan. You understand? So I grew up in an urban place. So my level of reasoning at times, you know, some people, they were born in the bush and they came to the city. So if you are now trying to import anything else that differentiates someone else outside others in that same uniform, then it does not conform. And if there is no conformity, then you have betrayed what is called uniform. So I think government or our judiciary goofed by giving that, and we may see more.
I don't think they goofed, because
we may see more of this man, because
I don't think
because people will now start.
We everybody is free now. You are free to wear what you want to wear.
So now,
even while coming to the studio, you can even wear your.
Okay, if I'm coming on Monday, I will wear my beads, wear my akun, I will now see whether you will be comfortable sitting and talking with me here. You understand?
I will carry anointing.
Yes, now you are creating distraction. This thing is confusion. Distractive. It's confusing. It's a form of distraction. You understand? It makes us look confidence in our institutions, in our structures. You understand? Because check dictionary, Google it. What is a uniform? Something that identifies everybody together, belonging to one particular institution, authority, or organization. Now, if you now create a platform that gives room for a particular religion, you understand, to wear something else to identify that person as belonging to that religion, inside that same uniform. I don't think we are making sense there.
Okay. We hope there is a resolve, and the Supreme Court has to look into this case.
The earlier the better. Before people started dressing like traditionalists to school, before people started wearing cassock to school, and you'll be surprised, because a son of a pastor can wear cloth now and decide to put choir a cassock. You can even wear your choir robe, since you said you can wear an hijab. See, Nigeria is a place where people interpret anything to the extreme, as long as there is an inch of it. You understand? They can take it to the extreme. So an hijab is a puda, and a cassock, a choir robe, is equally a puda. So you can wear it, and that is where we start having problems. So before we start having that problem, I think this barrister, what he did yesterday is to let the government seize the flaw in that decision. Yes, you cannot take right of people away from them, but it is called a uniform. And if you are creating something else outside the uniform to identify somebody else because of its religious divide, then you have deviated from the concept of uniformity.
Okay, let's look at let's go into politics now. Wike is now the new bride, the beautiful bride. Different political parties have come to meet him so as to get his. I think he is a force to reckon with in the PDP and also in Nigeria.
Yes.
If Wike leaves the PDP, would that be a disaster?
I always, whenever you want to put questions, is there any insinuation that Wike want to leave PDP? No.
Look at the scale of the scale of visits.
The people are visiting him because you have identified him. You have said he has become a bride, you understand, to all political parties, because he has proven it, you understand, with his actions, activities, and his ability to go head to head with an article and come second, you understand. So that enough has given him preeminence. And like I said yesterday, what I corrected yesterday, people should start correcting people. You should not misinform people. Wike was not given the vice president slot because he has already contested in the primary, and in the new electoral law it is forbidden for anybody to hold or contest or be given any position having contested in a primary under any political party. So stop this misconception that Wike is angry that he's not giving VP and that's why he wants to leave PDP. I don't see Wike leaving PDP.
Nobody has
what
said.
I see,
Said,
you put it directly to me. You said if Wike should leave PDP today. Yeah, that is because you are insinuating it. That is because you are thinking he may leave.
Right.
But you don't have. But there are no news, there are no stories. There has been no place where Wike has said he's leaving, and there is no reason for him to leave. What I know, in the last 3 weeks, Atiku has met the same Wike on 7 occasions. Despite the fact that other people are meeting him, Atiku did not used to even send for him. He used to come anywhere. So they've been meeting, and if you did not know, let's not deceive ourselves. PDP is more organized than APC and other parties as it stands.
Other parties like
which like are you calling Labour a party? Don't always call Labour a party. It is only Obi that went to Labour.
Labour is a movement.
It's a movement. Thank you for using that word. What I'm saying is PDP was able to have his own internal machination, and that is why it has refused to implode. You understand? Living, but I do not disagree with you that he has becoming a force, a pillar, because of what he has done there, and he stands out. If PDP today, he cannot go there. Anywhere he goes, he cannot become anything there. They cannot make him anything until the next 4 years. He will be there as an ordinary member of that party or of that movement or of that coalition. You understand? For the next 4 years. And I know that a Wike is so wise that he's not a foolish man. Will a Wike go where, or rather stay where, if an article emerges, a Wike can become an ambassador, a Wike can become a minister? Yes, we always whenever at times, in fact it is common to Nigerians, whenever you want to fight me, instead of you concentrating on your own strength, how you can beat me, you will be looking for my own weakness. You will be asking people, is one leg paining him? I heard one hand is not working well. Instead of you training hard that even if all part of my body is working, you should defeat me, and that has always been our bane here in this country. So Wike, yes, fine, people are romancing him, he's big, he's good, but that he may go to another party, I don't see any sense in that.
Okay, let's go back.
My opinion though.
I know it's your opinion. Let's go back to Ekweremadu. Looking at the judicial system, the Nigerian judicial system, and that of if it were in Nigeria, what do you think would have happened to Ekweremadu?
There is nothing wrong with it because he's a big man. Somebody that has risen as high as the deputy senate president of the country. It will not even be
make
in
headline.
The news. It will not make headline at all, talk less of an arrest. But it is not in Nigeria. System with that of Britain, and British judicial system did not respect sovereignty of Nigerians.
I saw him in chains.
Yes, they did not respect because it's not a British. Is a Nigerian, and not a Briton, is a Nigerian, and what he perpetrated to them is an offense, is criminal. So even if you as a Nigerian, you are seeing it from another perspective, it is different from the way they see it, and you cannot export Nigerian thinking, Nigerian law, Nigerian factor, and take it to Britain to exonerate Ekweremadu. So our prayer should be that when he's appearing again, because if you said Obi has thrown his weight behind him and Dino Melaye, what can they do? They cannot do anything. They can only rant, they can only shout, they can only say British government release him, free him, but anything that makes they are so strict there, unlike here, you understand, anything that makes them dock you, that you are docked, they must see it to the latter, irrespective of your status, irrespective of your position in the society. So unlike here, where laws are only made for the poor, so it's not Nigeria, and unfortunately we don't even do transplant here, so it cannot happen here. But if it happens here,
our hospital, our healthcare system cannot
handle we cannot do that now. That's why you always need 8 million, 10 million to travel to India to go and do transplant, until we start to look inward. I think the major thing here, the lesson learned here, is that they are challenging our institutions, our structures, that until the government focuses on improving our institutions, until they make our institutions efficient and working, you understand, until we no longer run abroad for health care, we may still be having crisis of this nature like Wike. May God save Wike. Dino Melaye and Obi cannot save him. Even if you organize a 1 million man march here in Abuja and Lagos that free Ekweremadu, some people are just making money, because don't be surprised by Monday. This is Nigeria. I'm a comrade, I know. By Monday, you will see people protesting in front of British embassy. It's saying free Ekweremadu, and money must have exchanged hands, because they are always rent from morning till night. We saw people bringing food, bringing things for us, but since that time, per head per physical now, okay, each person is 2,000.
Okay.
So per head means say they must count you. They go say, okay, Chuku, you are coming from Ogba Abi. Oh yeah, bring 200 people from Ogba. We will bring bus for you. Then somebody will count your 200 people, and they will count the money of the 200 people for you. And when you are paying them, you understand, they will be on the line. And that is why we use that word per head, per physical. So everything in this country today is per head, per physical. So by Monday, Tuesday, you see pocket of protest in front of UK embassy in Lagos or in Abuja, demanding for Ekweremadu's release. But all those ones are paper tigerism. They cannot do anything. They cannot, because you cannot bend or influence the British law.
Another topic, and that should be our last topic today. The Owo massacre. Amotekun apprehend suspected attackers of the church. Why is it that we are hearing about Amotekun, not the Nigerian police, not the military? Because
the Amotekun has realized that the military and the police have become so indolent, so lackadaisical, so unconcerned as regards to disposition of their duties, and insecurity level is rising.
They are overwhelmed. Are they overwhelmed?
Which overwhelmed? Well, they can only be overwhelmed if they are enthusiastic. They are not enthusiastic. In fact, their psychological state of mind is down. They are weak. That's why you can see some of them fainting. That's why you can hear during parade, 2 officers should be laid down. So the Amotekun is rising to the challenges of securing its region because of the ineffectiveness, the lackadaisicalness, and they can no longer do what is expected of them. Hence the rising wave of Amotekun, you understand? And it is expected that if you buy, they said if you buy something, you must be able to see what you buy. So with the investment of the Southwest governors, the clear-headedness, you understand, the foresight to realize that we have to build an internal security network to protect our territory is yielding fruit, yielding result, and that's why they can be arresting suspected people that may or may not be proven to be what they are. But so far so good, they are working, they are in line, and that's why you really hear that police or army is doing anything reasonable. In fact, you said it yourself when they were going to Ekiti last week. They made a statement, they do a press statement where they called the whole press, and do you know the only thing they said? They said they found means to tackle vote buying and rigging in Ekiti, that they are going to rely majorly on, what did they say? Intelligence gathering. I now wonder whether now you go tell police say they don't give me money.
Okay, yes, we are going to end with this report. The Supreme Court of Nigeria dismisses President Buhari's challenge of Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act 2022, and it says the Supreme Court has dismissed the suit instituted by President Muhammadu Buhari against the National Assembly, challenging the legality of Section 84, subsection 12 of the Electoral Act. The court held that President Buhari, having assented to the bill on February 25, 2022, cannot turn around to challenge the same act. In an unanimous judgment delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the Apex Court held that allowing the president's suit will amount to approbating and reprobating at the same time, and no court of law shall allow such. Why did they wait?
I think.
Why did they wait?
See. Let's. Do you know why I like? Do you know why I like this platform? We are saying things the way it is. We are not calling spade a garden tool. You understand? See,
spade is also a garden tool.
No, we are calling it a garden tool is making it cumbersome for some people because they don't even know what it. So what I'm saying is the Supreme Court has just told us that we have a president that is confused, approbating and reprobating at the same time. See, this electoral act was placed before Buhari 5 times. He rejected it 5 times in a spate of 3 years. You understand? Before the nation forced him to assent to it, meaning he ought to have scrutinized through and gone through, extract whichever one is not comfortable with. You understand? Before assenting to it. Now he assented, he now told them to look into it, and now it has become a problem, even to them, even to him, to the executives generally. You understand? So it is good. It is a clappable decision from the Supreme Court by diplomatically telling the nation and telling us that we have a confused president and we are living in a confused nation. God bless you.
Okay, with that, we've come to the end of Pundits on Flip TV. Thanks for watching, Mr. Levidasi. Thanks for you said politician is engaged in medical ritual. Again, Yahoo Plus. I don't know how that one is Yahoo.
No,
Plus.
He's trying to implicate Ekweremadu.
Some people say
he's not informed. You know, the people think, you understand, the impression was that Ekweremadu big men, no, with all the money.
Some people say that because you spoke against the people.
Thank you. Some people.
Let's not go there.
I know you will say it. I am just waiting for you to say it. You understand? Some people have the opinion that God don't catch him. Chebi he say Obi no go win.
It's not related.
It's not related. So that's the problem we have we derail on pettiness. You understand? So for this man to say this, people said it now that somebody that has all those money, he still want to go and do ritual. Now ritual
all those are sentiments.
Now ritual he won't take the boy do because they are not aware that he has a daughter that needs a kidney transplant, and as a father, a responsible father, is doing
it's not good that
everything.
you take advantage of somebody because of your personal
It's not. It's
need.
not. No, it's not taking. See, it has not been proven.
I'm not saying it is. I said, but it is not good. I'm not saying it is.
It's not good, but it has not been proven. It has not been affirmed that he is taking advantage of the boy. All we are hearing now are just hearsays, because even when the news broke out yesterday, it was until when people went deeper into laws of the UK, tried to scrutinize what actually transpired inside the courtroom yesterday, what led to him being detained, you understand, him and his wife. That was when people start knowing truth. So we live in a country where rumors fly faster than truth. Okay. And we pray, we hope that justice will be on his side if it can be confirmed that he has not, will not, do not intend to, have not induced, coerced or influenced the family of the boy.
Okay, thank you very much. We've come to the end of the program, Pundits on TV. Thank you for watching. We'll have this program on Monday, another edition of the program. I will always have my comrade Idowu Israel. Thanks for watching. I'm Christian Togo. Bye for now.
Bye. See you next Monday.